Let me just okay. Welcome, folks. I'm going to do another kind of the same format as I did the last time. Music production and then sewing. I did watch the gala yesterday, but I think a lot of people were a little upset about the whole fact that Jeff Bezos had something to do with being the sponsor. Oh no. Sorry. That's not working at the moment. I need to charge this. 2 seconds. I need to charge my cable here. Will this work? Let me just see. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, this will work. Okay, hold on. I can't put the computer on without the pad, which is clearly not charged. Technically, I could do it from here. Let's see if I can control it from here. Yep. Right. Ooh, that's interesting. 2 seconds. This is not... Okay, that means it needs to definitely charge. Okay, this needs to charge. It is down. I can't type anything until that is charged. Obviously, I didn't charge it. So sorry about that. But I can start talking about... We'll organize that later. I can start talking about the Jeff Bezos thing and how I feel... I don't know. There were some interesting garments. I think some of them did touch up on costume art and what art is about. Believe it or not, I actually did like Kim Kardashian's piece. I'm basically waiting for my keypad to charge because it's dead right now. But I'm going to be talking about a couple of different things between... Welcome in, whoever's here. Thanks for coming over. I'm going to be talking about my music production and working on that. Happy Cinco de Mayo today, I think. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Welcome in, folks. Give me a second. Just see, is it working? Now the question is why it's not working. This is a problem. Hold on. Let me just... I'm having a slight problem with... It's not even going on. This is kind of bizarre. That's so weird. Usually if I plug it in, it charges. So I don't know what's going... Give me 2 seconds. Apologies. It's a slow start. Technical difficulties at the moment. I cannot get the computer to work. I watched the... whatchamacallit yesterday. The Met Gala. It was okay. It wasn't... Oh my god, amazing. It was okay. Yeah, this is not charging. Does that mean I don't have music today? Oh gosh. You know, sometimes you just wonder about technology. Did it just die on me? Usually it would just automatically charge. But it's not charging. It is not charging. Let's see if I can change the cable. And if that makes a difference. Let's see. Sorry, folks. Apologies for the late start. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is the other part of engineering your setup. You need to have skills in more than one. Oh gosh, it actually did die. Oh no! This doesn't usually have... Oh, real technical difficulties. Okay, so now we don't have any music today. This happens. Let me see what happens if it charges for a little bit. Let's leave this on. Hopefully it does charge, because let me see if I can change this. 2 seconds. It's a bit of a weird start. I don't think that's going to work. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. Give me a moment. That is nutty. Today is just one of those days. I can already tell this is disastrous. I wasn't expecting it to collapse on me like this. No, that's not going to work. Apologies, it's a bit of an odd start. So I guess I'm going to have to go without sound today, because it's not working. It's not working. It is not working. Today is just not the day. Today is not the day. Why are we having problems here? This should not have an issue. We should not be having issues with this. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to charge it for a bit. Maybe it's just the fact that it's not charged. Yes, everything is technically Bluetooth, but I don't know why that shouldn't be. Very odd. Usually when I put it on, this is working. Okay, so that's not working at the moment. I see. That's cool. Okay, folks. I hope everybody's doing well. I was going to have the music, but we have to wait and see if this is now going to work. So we could put some music on the iPad if you like. In the meantime, we could probably do something on here. I was going to talk about the situation on the Met Gala. I don't know if you guys know about the Met Gala, and the problem with Jeff Bezos being part of the kind of setup and the person that was sponsoring the thing. It's because Amazon is not known for environmental issues, and it's actually causing lots of problems, which is like the whole thing. So there are a lot of things that I've done with my master's. I did my master's in art. Besides doing the music and teaching music, I actually do art. And that's why I do textiles as well. But the whole environmental thing, this is just a sample. We're going to talk about art while we're waiting for this to charge. Yeah, this is definitely not working today. What is up? I'm going to have Brandon check what's going on here. Is it an internal issue? Like, this shouldn't be a thing, but it is. It's not. Oh, that is nuts. It's not going on. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be a bit of a weird day today. So this is a recycled paper mache starting of a torso, and everybody's, stressing out about the environment. And as somebody who studied the arts, that's the reason why I studied the arts in the first place, is that I learned to understand how to recycle things. Another example is that piece at the top over there, something that I made, a sculptural piece. I'm always about recycling and saving the best way I can in my situation, right? Because it's not always like you can't direct people into doing it. You have to kind of be proactive in doing it yourself on a regular basis. So the point of, hold on, let me show you part of my master's. This was the other half of the master's. This is just part of it. Okay, but underneath, that painting below is part of my master's. I had to cut it up and put it in something to save it. So we framed it and we saved it. It was made out of papers, recycled papers that I kind of constructed with my master's thesis research. This is like some of the notes that I have. I have another one over there on the other side. Research paper, I didn't know what to do with it, so I decided, okay, instead of using paint technically, I decided to choose recyclable supplies to create my master's project, which was massive. Besides doing the music, I actually had the art and the synopsis about the concept of identity and the question on what you can do in rural locations of or war-torn countries uh, in situations where you need to grow and rebuild a country. And I was always thinking, well, fashion is like a huge subject, right? Because fashion has everything to do with uh, over oversaturation in production and mass producing in manufacturing companies and all of those things that kind of like cause the problem of environmental issues in the first place. So rather than like if more people would create their own mannequins than to have mass produced mannequins in huge manufacturing companies and create it out of things that you can find like paper. I've proven that you can make art without using a canvas. I've done it over and over again. I've had exhibitions where you've actually constructed things from nothing. You know, people always toss paper, but I was like, you can do things like making sculptures and something that is this is not finished. It's not sanded down or anything, but it holds. It proves that if you recycle paper of everybody has so much paper that they're throwing out. You can create things that could be useful to create businesses and jobs. You can technically, if you have the right materials, you can even make your own, uh, not just furniture, but like music equipment if you really were smart about doing it. So this paper mache concept comes into play. Uh, you don't need technically electricity. You just need water, flour, and paper and sun, I guess, for it to dry. So there are lots of things that could be constructed out of something like this. Okay, so that was just the general idea, and the whole thing going back to the whole subject of Jeff Bezos and his wife and the gala is they were talking about what was it called? The theme was costume art, right? Costume art. And then the subject was art. Well, fashion is art. But if fashion was really art in their perspective, they should not have had just Jeff Bezos. Sorry to say. I mean, it was great when it started, but then it just got like a little overwhelming and it finally took over the world. There is no environmentally concern. It's all manufactured. Everything's manufactured on Amazon. And I don't think art, fashion as art, was a subject that they should have chosen for Jeff Bezos. That's just my personal opinion. I think it should have been thought out a little bit more carefully. So that's my personal opinion. And the environmental thing, I have a larger subject to talk about. I did that. What do you want to call it? I did that. Let's see if it's working. Oh my gosh. I'm in trouble. I cannot put the music on. This is so bad. This is terrible. What is going on here? I know this is charged. This is plugged in, right? This is plugged in? Yeah, so it's a bit of a this is very frustrating, guys. I am so sorry. Technical difficulties. We have a real glitch. I didn't even think this was an issue. But clearly it's not even charging my my computer. This is not good. Let's switch it out. Let's see if I can do anything. No, that doesn't fit. Oh gosh. Apple, you need to come up with a better solution instead of us having to upgrade everything. You guys need to like really think about the logic behind all this. Can't stand the fact that we have to upgrade all the time for, I don't know why this is having a problem. It was never having an issue before. So I'm feeling like this might be the issue. Hold on a second, folks. It's going to bother me until I get this together. My apologies. It is a glitch day. This is not good. Hold on. That's not going to work either. What is going to work here? Damn. That's so flippin' annoying. I can't believe it. What is going on? Hold on, I'm gonna bring it over here. Let's see if this makes a difference. So I'm just, okay, I was not expecting anything to malfunction today, but it definitely did on my side. Sorry. 2 seconds. Oh gosh. Come on. Okay. That's a problem. That is a bit of a problem. Now I cannot have any music production. This is the reason why sometimes it's important to be able to be multi-diverse. Sometimes you can have technology. Luckily, I have technology in my space, and other times you just won't have technology. So you have to find stuff that you can do, like knitting. This is a good example. Like knitting or creating things with found objects, which is what I studied with the masters, is found objects become a valuable source of production and construction of business developments. Believe it or not, craft is a business. You start like a project, and then it turns into like a larger object or a larger concept. So everything that I do leads to a larger vision, which is why I kind of like doing both, because if I understood the art, like fine art, like painting, look, let me show you over here. I'm having a technical difficulty today. Besides this painting, there's also this painting down here. Let me show you. Hold on. That I also painted. And you don't need technology for that, right? You just need water, watercolor, and paintbrushes. And it's a survival mechanism. You're not just, like, the whole point of being creative is to have multiple skills, just in case. Look at today is a good example of what happens if you do not have something with the music production working correctly. My keyboard's not working. So we're having a slight difficulty with the technology side. Sorry about this. I will do something on my iPhone, on my iPad just now, just like a general idea, so I can show you how to do that. And sorry, I'm going in circles here. But I think it's like a bigger question. So when somebody like Jeff Bezos comes over and says, "Oh, well, we're going to create something," I was like, that's a bad idea. Like creating a vision to develop on a larger scale to bring people together is not always the answer. I don't want to like focus on the genes that I have here. And yeah, so that whole, it's a whole process. Today I might even just do a little bit more sewing if I'm going to have a problem with the computer, which is so frustrating. I hope my keyboard is like not broken and I have to buy a new one. That would be an issue. Okay, let's do some music. You have multiple skills. Let's do some music on GarageBand on the iPad today. Let's start a new one. It's Cinco de Mayo, and we can do like a little quick thing over here with this. Okay, so if we don't have one thing working, we can switch over to the next, which is the iPad. Sometimes it's good to have multiple things, right? I would have the music here, but the keyboard's not working. I don't know. I have to check on what's going on there. It could be something internally because it didn't tap me in when I was clicking away here. Let me just see. Let's see if it does anything. Usually if I do that, it does something, but it did not. No, it's not. So I need to figure out another way to, I wish I could use this as a keyboard. That would be interesting if I could find a way to do that. That'd be cool. So art is more than one skill, right? So I don't think, in fact, a lot of the people that I studied with at the Corcoran, which is where I studied, they were not just artists. They had other skills. Like some of them actually ended up doing music in the music industry. I was teaching music, right? I have done some things in South Africa for the music industry, not here necessarily. Well, yeah, I've done some music production for some students. And I had some students that were in some shows like, what is it? Not Idols, America Got Talent. I don't know if he won, but I had him as a student. One of them was a student. Going back to the whole thing of art, let's go back into the recycling concept. This is a jacket that I made before. Doesn't fit me anymore. Okay, this is something that I'd made. I don't think the pattern was that great. My label, right? Made out of cotton and silk. Obviously, I think this was more of a sample. And then I got these on Whatnot. Now, Whatnot doesn't always have like new stuff that is, well, you can get new stuff. Hi, Dior. Dior's talking. You can get new stuff on Whatnot, but there are things on Whatnot that also need to be repaired. So you can get new things that are slightly damaged. So I was in the process of sewing this because there was like a huge hole here. But I was like, you know what? I have this leather, and then there was also another hole. And I bought these for like low cost, right? But this is genuine leather. This is genuine silk. And there was like a hole here, so I sewed it. And I was like, you know what? With this leather and this, which is like a jacket, I think in total this would have been like a maybe $400 leather pants that are damaged, and a jacket that's about $900, which is, I think, silk. And the initial plan, and then there was a necklace that was also damaged, but it came with like a semi-precious stone. So the next solution is, well, if I have all this stuff and you have to recycle the idea, the plan is I'm going to be making a leather jacket, like a bolero, using this design. I have the pattern. Okay, and then creating a pattern from this. So I just want to, I can't do any music today because this is like a bit of a problem. But I just want to reinstate that when you create art or music or whatever, just remember, think about the recycling element to it. Don't waste material. Like these were probably going to be tossed and thrown out if I had not bought them for like maybe like $5, 100% silk, 100% leather. And then I think this is like gold plated. So I'm going to be making this is going to be the zipper. This is a good zipper too. So my next project will be creating, yeah, that's a good zipper, creating a leather jacket out of these pieces that were already damaged. And to see if I can, that's a really good zipper. So I'm going to have to take this apart, right? Take the whole thing apart and then oh, look, there's another hole. You see that? I didn't see that. I'm going to have, yeah, you can't sell. Yeah. So this is definitely something that needs to be repurposed. That's good that I saw that. I didn't see that. So this is a repurposed piece of material. And then there was like this huge hole down here. But I sewed it technically, but it's not great. So instead of wasting this and tossing it away, because I think most people would have tossed it away, you repurpose something like this and create something that is workable. And I think I could make a really great leather jacket. But the same thing applies for pet stuff. Don't throw it out. Like recycle, buy things for real low cost and repurpose them. This is great leather, but it's actually more damaged than I thought. I didn't know that it actually had a loop. That's messed up. A loop that also has a problem there. Yep, this is going to be a jacket then. Okay, that's good. Good to know. And yeah, that's going to be that part. So this will be the next plan. I'm going to do some more sewing on Brandon's jacket, which is that green jacket that I'm busy working on. I have a pattern already, but I'm going to put this in here just to remind myself that that is going to be a jacket next. Okay, and then this is the zipper. This will be the little zipper thing. I think that will work nicely. Just like a little clasp. That will be nice to zip it up and down, like up here. That'll be nice. So I'm going through a whole bunch of things right now. Sorry, the apparently my thing is not working at all. That's some crazy stuff. I didn't know that that was even like a problem. That's so weird. What happened here? And you try to be fancy and then all of a sudden everything crashes. Oh, it's working. Thank God. Okay, so it just technically needed to be charged. See, okay, now it's charged and I can, this is Bluetooth, but without it being charged, I can't do anything. Okay. So that's cool. I like the fact that we do not have to panic now. I can just keep going. So I've spoken a little bit about the fashion. The reason why I do both the fashion, the art, and, well, a couple of different things is I'm not a identity, like the subject of identity. I'm like, I don't see production as just a guy thing, and I don't see sewing as just a woman thing. So I'm proving that, like, even if you're a guy or a girl for that matter, you can do either one of these skills and you'll be just as good doing the other, just depending on what your brain is capable of doing. So that's my personal take. I don't think that, in my sense, I think I'm a neutral figure. I don't see it as a male or female thing. I think everybody can do everything, right? That's the whole point. Is I'm trying to show people, yes, a girl can do the thing, even though guys think, or people think, it's generally just a sewing thing for women. Women can also have computer technical skills. So that's also the other half of the process here. So I'm showing a couple of different mechanisms on how to do things. Oh, this has been just a tragic start. Sorry, folks. But as you can see, it has been resolved, thank goodness. Okay, so we're going to get into the track. Let's just close that. Beat with me. Okay, and then we're going to play the track that I was working on, so I don't need to, like, panic. I can now go into the music, and then we don't need to panic. Okay, so if you're interested in the music production, we are now going to do the music production. I've spoken about the art, I've spoken about why art matters, and I've spoken about what I think missed out the subject of environmental and the question on, is art fashion? I mean, I didn't see anybody walk in with, I mean, that would have been ideal, walk in with like a garment that was made out of like recycled newspaper or something that really emphasized the concept of the arts. I did not see that. I did like, however, a few of them. Oddly enough, I did like Kardashian's piece, which was like not at all what I was going to think, but I did. And there were a few other people that actually did think through the question of who their artist was going to be for the show, or what they were going to do with the concept of art. And they chose artists. They chose artists to recreate their pieces, which was really cool. I just think they could have been a little bit more into the concept because I think it's an important subject. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is from last week. I moved the tempo up from 80, I think it was 89 BPM to 100. Yeah. Okay, so this is the music side. My whole theory is, if you don't have the technology, there are ways around it. I learned music without the technology at the beginning, and then I moved into technology when I was like a little bit more older, and technology became like a thing in 1997, 1998. So the technology side is the newer side, but I had done music since 1984. I've been doing music since 1984. So that should give you a general idea of what's going on here, is that I'm a little bit older. I'm not in my 20s, I'm not in my 30s. I've always been in an environment where my mom was a music teacher, so we had to do the music. Like, whether or not I wanted to do it on that day was not the answer. I had a music teacher as a mom, so that was my situation. Welcome in, folks. Hi, welcome in. Oh, Kenya's a great place. I haven't been, but I have friends that are from Kenya. Nice to meet you. I hope you're well today. Are there any particular questions you want to ask about music production or art? I could do both. How to create a business with like textiles, how to create things with found objects, that's one side, or the music, which I can get more technical into. So I can basically answer two different or more, three different subjects if you want to talk about it. Yeah. Are you just listening to the music? You can listen to the music, and if you want to see what I'm doing, you can zoom in and out of your phone. I'll bring this closer to the screen so you can see what I'm going to start doing. Okay. So nothing too crazy on this track. I basically, yeah. I mean, I need to come up with a composition. Like, I need to come up with a melody. Oh, that's where we were the last time. I don't know. I'm thinking about it as you're. I'm really not like a great singer, so I don't usually put like my own voice on here. My sister sings. She's like done the voice in South Africa and all that stuff. For me, I'm like the more technical side of things. It's just something I enjoy doing. I like to be a little bit more computer. I can do both. I mean, I can do like, oh, I can just do sewing and not think of the music, but I think having both sides is important. Okay? Even in places like overseas, not everybody will have the technology, but you can play an instrument. You can have instruments without the technology. The iPhone, you can produce music on the iPhone too. I don't know if you guys know that. So the iPhone becomes very, very useful. Okay. 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 Well, if you have any questions, leave questions underneath, and I can probably try to answer them. Are you guys just enjoying watching me like produce the music? I do know that, oh gosh, I had like a really bad start. This was not working. I had to charge it, obviously. I was like, it wasn't broken, obviously it wasn't broken, because I wouldn't have been able to charge it, but still, gosh. I don't know what to do there. I don't know. Let's think of a beat. So let's go into this and decide. This is called playing by ear. I have years of music theory behind me. Okay, that's one thing. You can't just, okay, so I have a whole bunch of videos. Let me see if I can do that. I have a whole bunch of videos, playlists that you can watch to learn how to produce music, okay? Let me see if I can get into those right now. Let me see if I can podcast playlists. Okay, don't worry about the playlists at the moment. Well, yeah, worry about the playlists. The playlists that I have here, I'll show you what they look like. Playlists. At the beginning of the channel, if you go to the front of my channel, okay, you can see like 3 different playlists. One of them talks about music, so I go through like a whole thing on music production if you want to learn from ground zero, okay? Years of music education. Don't forget, I've been doing music since 1984, okay? So this is like all the stuff that I've learned, plus the music production combined into like one space. And then I also have sections for the arts and business. So I have 3 different areas, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like about 20 playlists. That's a lot of playlists. So if you're interested in any particular thing and you're looking for a particular subject, feel free to look at the playlists that I have, because I have a lot. I've been working and accumulating on videos just to do projects on YouTube since 2021, I think. 2021. So I've been working through this, okay? That's the first step, okay? Okay, so now that I've spoken about that, let's see if we can find a beat on, I use GarageBand, okay, on here. Okay, so we're gonna use GarageBand. Drums. Sorry, before we do that, let's go into BPM. Go to BPM, you gotta slow it down to 100. That's tempo, right? Slow it down to 100. Now we go in and find a beat. The volume up. So there are lots of things, and you can use these beats. These are just loops, okay? These are loops on the computer, on your iPad. which is very similar to the ones that you find on the Pro. This is Logic Pro X that I have here. GarageBand and Logic Pro X look very much alike, but Logic Pro X you need to pay for, and it's a lot more technical. You could get it on the iPad, but I still think that having it on a desktop is a better approach. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this is one way to do it. We're gonna go on and sit over here, and I'm gonna work on this. Okay, so let me think through a vision. I don't know. I don't know how to make beats, but I see. Hold on. Beats are good. I'm not okay, so I've worked with people before, but I'm not technically, okay. Beats are easy to do. You should really learn how to do it. Do you have access to equipment? I'm sure you do. If you rap, you must have access to equipment. So I would recommend, my personal opinion, I would recommend learning how to make beats. It's not hard, really, it's not hard. If you have an iPad or a phone, I'll show you. Easy. Easy, easy. Okay, so there are many different ways. You just need to understand how to do it. Okay, so if you have GarageBand, this is a good starting point. You can actually go into instruments. There's a quick way. So this is beats. You can do it manually, like play the drums, or you can create beats. You can create beats like that. All right. This is a really quick way to do it. and you can take them out. So before you record, you come up with a beat that you like, and then you try it out, right? And then you record it. That's one way, okay? Or you could be like a drummer, okay? And then you can be, sorry, let me go back. You can be a drummer. Oh. Okay. What was the other way? Note, repeat, change. They're like a whole bunch of things. Let me just see what this does. That's interesting. Okay, I don't know what that does. Haven't tried that before. Okay, let's try. Or you can keep it simple and it gives you beats. I don't know. Okay, so you can create the rap and then you can create the beat over it. You don't need to necessarily. And they're different sounds. Okay, but it's all about practice and error, right? You got to learn. Like, this is my personal take. This is my thing, is you want to become self-sufficient. I'm not going to be showing people, or I'm not going to be having people come in and produce music with me. I'm teaching music. So when I teach music, I always talk about being that independent person and not needing people to work with to help. You can help people, but you have to be self-sufficient. I'm always trying to guide people in the direction of doing this independently, because like, you're not going to have, when you do music, you're not always going to have the money to pay people to do the stuff for you. So I always think being self-sufficient is the easiest way to get something done without panicking about how am I going to get this person to work with me. It's more about, if you have some equipment, it doesn't need to be a lot. If you have some equipment like the iPad or the phone, I mean, obviously people must have a phone, right? Then you can be proactive and learn how to do these things. It's going to be so much better if you do it by yourself than to. I'm South African. I'm mixed. I'm half South African, half American. And when the term I'm a piano came out, it came out after I left South Africa. When I was in South Africa, I was working with bands and we did like house music. And I had people from Soweto and friends in town who were like musicians in South Africa, and they had like little studios. And we had done like beats and stuff together. So I come from a background where a piano was just starting to take off, and I actually did some music for Big Brother Africa. I had 3 tracks of Big Brother Africa in 2006, just before the term Amapiano came out. So from somebody who lived in South Africa, okay, who did not have all of this stuff until she moved back to the United States, I had some skills to understand how to do the basics. Like, I had piano skills. But when you have equipment available and accessible, I think it's always important to learn how to do it independently, okay? Yeah, I'm not here to hire people or to work with people on music personally. I'm here to teach. So if you're interested in production and you want to learn, I have even a section on beat making and how to construct it on GarageBand on the phone. That's what I'm here for. I'm not going to be necessarily working with other people. I'll help people. That's I'm going to guide people, but I'm not going to work on tracks with people because I've already done that, and it's always been. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it becomes very messy. So independence is important, and this is coming from somebody who lived in Joburg. Like, Joburg is like, if you come from Joburg and you get out safely, you know your place. You know what's going on. So I come from a place of survival. Like, that's just how it is for me. All right, so that's I think just one. Okay, let's find a bass. Bass. Okay, I guess we can use that. Okay. So I'm going to record that. I'm just going to repeat it a couple of times. I mean, okay, so I'll do a rhythm later. Let me just record. Okay. I'll start over. Okay, now I'm recording this part. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see what this horse. I don't know. Okay, hold on. That doesn't sound right. So it's. I mean, if I'm gonna do a bass, maybe let me just delete this. That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right at all. Yes, delete, delete. I'll do that again. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to delete the track. Oh, gosh. I deleted the whole thing. Didn't want to delete. Bass. Okay. That did not sound right. So let's try that again. Okay, and then I'm gonna play. Okay, so I'm gonna play. Oh gosh. What is it doing? Uploading stuff. Okay. I don't know what it's gonna sound like. Okay. I also added that. Actually, all these parts you see, you're listening to, I've added through my keyboard. I don't play the other instruments. I mean, I used to play drums, but you don't technically need like a band. Okay. I don't know, but let me say that anyway. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to take classes or whatever it is you're trying to do, there's a whole playlist to learn from. And I'm always about, I know a lot of people want to have beats and stuff made, but I also know that there's an importance to being self-sufficient as well. I would not have gotten all of this stuff if it wasn't for the fact that I was self-sufficiently figuring things out and working things through for years and years and years. This is not an overnight thing. This is like, and I don't even have the best equipment. I just have what I was able to afford. The soundproofing I built myself. Uh, there's lots of things that I've modified and edited over years, but I've had all this equipment for over 10 years. Some things like these kind of things I get like on occasion, but I'm not going out of my way to buy tons and tons of stuff. It's not we don't have a huge studio. We have like this is like a home studio. This is what you call a home studio. This is not like a full-on studio setup. The other side of the room, which is what I'm going to switch over to shortly, is music production. I mean, not music production, sewing and making stuff. And then on occasion, I might use this space to produce like a painting or something on occasion. But I learned how to be self-sufficient. I should be doing my Poshmark because I've learned how to make money online without needing to be outside of like my environment to set it up because I have technical skills. Tech savvy. I lived in Japan for years and years and years. 9 years, not years and years, but years enough to know that, I think I learned a lot through living in Japan because everything was ahead of the game than most of the countries back in the 90s. So that kind of helped me kind of get with the program. But when it comes down to like I would charge people to work on a track with them. I wouldn't just do it for free. That's not like something I would do, but you're welcome to learn on the playlists that I've given for something to learn to do for free. Like you can learn for free for like certain things on the YouTube channel that I've set up. So that's there. Like, or else I would charge for other purposes. So I don't want to get into that. You can always look at my websites that I've built for that more information. But I think for now everybody's more focused on how, like, it sounds cool, but are you wanting to learn how to do it? So if you want to learn how to do it, then you can jump into uh, my playlists, right? Once again, I'll show you the playlists. When you go to the intro, not the intro, when you go into my channel and you press my channel, view channel, you're going to go onto the channel. And this is on the iPad. It looks a little bit different on the phone. But when you go onto the iPad, you'll see my main video. Oh, that's the live that I'm doing right now. But 3 main videos here. Oh, that's my, yeah. And then business, visual arts, and music production. So if you want to learn how to do music production, I'd recommend going to these or checking out the shorts that go along with these. And like working through the process or learning how to buy or get equipment that's not expensive and starting from there. But I recommend self-sufficiency because these days you have to be really on with the program to learn stuff. I'm all about education. Hey, I'm all about teaching how to do it versus yeah. That's why I've built a whole channel which has about 1,200 videos. That's a lot of videos. I've worked my hard time. I've worked very hard on putting this together. So if anybody's interested to learn how to do things, I've created the format. Okay, I've set it up where you can actually do that. Okay, we're gonna listen to this track, and I'm gonna shift over to sewing shortly. I need to think what else I need to do on here. Okay. And all these pieces I put together, okay? So I'll adjust the sounds here. I might not need all those sections, but we're listening to it one more time. Oh, experience. Why did it just back me out there? Not sure why I did that. Okay. Are we having technical issues here? Electronic percussion processed. Oh, I haven't tried that. Oh. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So. We're gonna add that. Fluff in my ear. Okay, I don't know what it sounds like, so let's hear it. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I need to feed my fur baby. Save. Yes, Dior, do you want to get something to eat? Come, let's do your dinner. Come on, let's do it. I'll be back. I'll play this while I sort out my fur baby.
busy experimenting with creating mannequins. This is not complete. But if
you're in a location where you need a mannequin and you don't have one, you can make it out of paintbrushes. So I've had this like set. So you can use flour, water, and so flour and water holds it together, and then you have to dry it. So that's like the next phase. So that's basically what I'm doing today. Cool. Got all the sections. So I'm not too technology and I can work without technology. So I understand both sides as somebody who studied fine arts and music and other negotiations. I can start with absolutely nothing. You don't need to have a ton of equipment. Sewing you can do. Everybody has a sewing machine. So you need to have a sewing machine. So after this project is done, I'll be making that other jacket with material that was being thrown out. Not thrown out, but yeah. It needs repair, basically. It needs really a lot of repair. Just take this out. Now, I don't have a mannequin that has it. This one is specifically for display, so I might have to get I don't think I'd be great musician, so I'm just doing the basics of and using AI to create your own fashion so my live, you see my channel, you can see that I have simple organized playlists, and the playlists in the beginning are like, there's a bit of a fashion art section, business section, and music section. So what you're seeing here is me working on something I just made this for my harness. It's not perfectly made, but it's out of material I was eventually going to try out. So he has an jacket for summer. I've been taking that for walks because we live in the mountains. And that's what I do when I sell it. I don't really sell myself on Pornhub, but I have some things that I sell. I have these, not this design. I have another one, a cat's harness, that I sell, and I sell cat harnesses on Pornhub. I think I might have a few more products. So that's really yeah. I don't think I can do anything right now. I need to work through. So this needs to be sectioned first. And this needs to go underneath the arm. Oops. It's fine. It's just taking a little bit of time. Under the sleeves first. I might have to use this material. This is great. Work in progress, folks. Work in progress. That's it's going to be ready. Story of this situation. This is for my husband, so I'm trying to finish this. So there's like a on my channel, there are like sections. I think I have a business section. So if you want to learn some business stuff, like how to do things, there's this. I have over 1,200 videos, which is crazy. But I work from home, so this is always the best part. As you can see, at the beginning of the channel, like there are like lots of subjects. So feel free to take a look at my channel to see what I'm doing. If you have any questions on anything, don't forget to don't hesitate to ask them. I'm just yeah. When it comes down to the music, I'll look at the music. So we're switching over to the music. Okay, let's see what I'm doing with the music. Let me just come back. So on the other side is my music section. So on the other side, you can see I have two different sides. This is the other side. So this is the music production. So I have the jackets on one side, and then I have the music production. If you have questions on the music production, I have a whole section for that. If you have questions on developing a product, I have a whole section on building products and making a business happen. I've been working on this for a long time. The fashion has always been part of my thing since college. My bachelor's was I graduated in 2001 for the BA, and the master's was a little bit more discussive on environmental issues. So I do like multiple things, but I always find it's like everybody talks about only having one skill, and I'm like, you can't really have one skill. If you do things solo, you're saving money for one. And second of all, you're learning and building up your skills on your own independently. So I find it's important to have a full like vocabulary of skills, right? That's important. So that's what we have here. Okay, folks, thank you for popping over. If you have any questions on the music production, I'm actually going to take 2 seconds. There. On the music production, feel free to ask. If you have any questions on the fashion or art, I teach art and music. And then I also do business online, which is how I'm able to do this, right? So if you go to the front of my channel, you'll see a list of things. You'll see a list of things that you can go check out. And then you just need to click on each one of them and it shows you what I'm doing, okay? Yeah. And my name is Cinta, and I've lived in 5 different countries, and I finally moved back to the States after living in South Africa. Well, I moved back from South Africa where my family is in 2013. 2013? Yeah. So here's the music, okay? I still need to work on that jacket's not finished. I need to get Brennan to model it quickly. Yeah, so I'm gonna head on out. I think I need to get some stuff done, but thank you for popping over. Okay. So we're going to save that one more time, save, and I'm going to log out for a moment. Well, I'm going to log out, period. Okay. So I did the music production and the sewing today. And if you're interested in either or, this live can be watched over and over again if you need to go check it out. Or you can see the playlists that I have. So you're welcome to take a look at the things that I do. I have my master's in arts. I've taught music. I produce music. I also make clothing. I sell stuff on not social media, on platforms. And that's basically what I do here. So yeah, feel free if you have any questions to ask in my, like on this, like on the live in the question, in the like comment section, or head on down to, if you really need to, go check out the Wix and I can directly message you on there if you have any more further questions, since I built my own sites. So if you have any site questions, if you need to know, if you need to learn how to do the basic site development, I can teach that too. So I'm a tech person. I use my hands. I can live without technology, but I can also use it. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm 46 years old, and that's where I am right now. Okay, thank you, folks. Have a good one.